And then minute 12 into the script, you were like, yes, I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
That's great. I mean, this is amazing. Like, I'm so excited to watch the film, just hearing the fact that the narration was this for you. But I also know that Vijay, who's known for his dancing skills and his acting skills, I heard a little birdie told me that Vijay did a happy dance as soon as he got a call saying, you know, aapki picture, Jasmeet's going to be directing and Alia is going to be producing. So, should we start with a happy dance?
See it.
Yeah, we should see
I
it.
want to see Vijay, please.
Yeah.
Never seen this. Have to.
Come on, Vijay.
Was it the moonwalk?
Come on.
ये मीटिंग कब हुई जब तुमने डिसाइड किया कि ये होने वाला है
ये
मेरे
जब
साथ?
जब आपने हमको बैक स्टेज पे बोला था ना कि नेहा मेरे से सब करवा लेना, डांस मत कराना, so I'm just doing that.
Dance karo, darling.
Does everybody want to see Vijay's happy dance? How he reacted? So he had the script and then he
Guys,
moonwalked and he
मैं मर जाऊंगा लेकिन मैं डांस नहीं करूंगा.
Vijay ऐसे ना कर यार.
Only if I'll follow the steps that you do.
Okay, I'll do the moonwalk in 4-inch stiletto.
चल.
Chal. Ready? तो फिर चलना. Well done. No, but more importantly, Vijay, what was your reaction? The moonwalk, of course, is legit. That's his way of saying yes. But apart from that,
So when I read the script, I knew this script is absolutely fabulous. It's unlike, it's radical, it's weird, it's whack, it's electric, it's filled with humor and so many things. But I was very scared to take this part up.
why is that?
You will find out. So then I had to take a couple of meetings with Just Me to understand if I can, whether I will be able to, and what is it that I need to bring in, and all such things happened. And then very gently and very nicely, Just Me got hold of me and then got me into the film.
Grateful. Wow. I think that this one was quite an smart and intelligent process of getting you. And when we see you in the trailer, Vijay, it's like every bit of you, I feel like it like belongs there. You're so good, even in the trailer. I know it's got a much larger message, the film, but as a performer, you look amazing, as always.
I think I only must have come up with it. कोई है नहीं यहाँ पे credit लेने को, तो मैं ही ले लेती हूँ. There is a film called Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which is one of my favorite movies. But actually, that's not the reason. The reason is I believe movies are eternal. And I love sunshine. Even if you see me on Instagram, because that's the only way people see me right now, if you have to see me, I'm always using the sun emoji. So I love sun, I love the sunshine, and I believe the warmth that the movies and cinema gives us is eternal. So eternal sunshine.
How nice. And, we're on the subject of titles. So, many different titles must have come up, or was Darlings your first choice, Jasmeet?
The dialogue, there's a dialogue in the film which came first, and I can't give away spoilers, but there is somebody who calls somebody. Yes, there. So after that, I decided the film should be called Darlings. So that's how it happened. There were no other titles before, no.
And it's great when you see a great teaser and a great trailer and then you see the wonderful cast, you just know that it fits in completely. Venki, I'm going to just ask you about a little more about, when Gaurav said that you heard about the film right up 12 hours later, you were ready to make the film. So what is, from the point that Alia comes on board as a producer, and of course, I know that there's, a tick when it comes to her being an actor as well. From there, how do you come along, and then what is the process of getting up to Netflix? How did that happen?
Well, to start with, when the narration was given to us, to the internal team, I think it's fair to say all of us were blown away by just the strength of the story. And then when Gaurav mentioned that, the unanimous view was that it should be Alia, and the thought for us immediately was, she's so busy, is she going to be aware of all that? And then we were talking with SRK and whatnot. So, you look at this, the people sitting here, and of course there's a bigger team there as well. This was a no-brainer for us, and it was like, if we can bring this together, it is just unbelievable for us to be able to make it. And it's also consistent, like I made the comment earlier, in terms of some of the direction that, Shah Rukh gives us and the latitude he gives us to be able to diversify and do different types of genres. I mean, he does his own thing, which is great, it takes a life of its own, but we were thrilled with the kind of support that he gave to us and the encouragement for that. And I think the moving parts, as I mentioned to you earlier about what Red Chillies, what we have put together in terms of the creative team and the production team and marketing, etc., etc. So it all has come together, so really fingers crossed. Couldn't be happier with where we are today, and kudos to the entire team here.
Absolutely. And what's up next for Red Chillies Entertainment?
Well, I think every project that we do really gives us a lot of encouragement and energy to take the next step. There are lots of things in the pipeline. These guys have been really busy, but we really want to enjoy this and take it, as they say, be in the present. So we are trying to be in the present right now.
Yes,
thoroughly
absolutely.
enjoy this, and then we'll see. But there's a lot in store.
That's wonderful. Alia, I'm going to just come to you. There are going to be a lot of questions that are going to open up from the press later. But as a producer, what's been your hardest day on set, and then what's been your most fun day on set, just as a producer?
On set, I'm only an actor. In fact, sometimes they would be like, we wanted to shoot this film in a very tight schedule. We shot it in 42 days. Also, it was just after the second wave. There was a fear that, anything can happen again. And also Chef Ali's dates and Vijay's dates and all the combination and all of that. So there were days that were overpacked. Like we were doing a lot of work in one day. And I was like, क्या कर रहे हो यार? एक और दिन use करते हैं. थोड़ा सा, move it to tomorrow. We're not being able to get the time to think. And the first lady literally told me like, you're the producer. You should not be asking for this. Just do as much work as you can in one day. And I was like, no, for me, I'm on set. I'm always an actor, and I don't think that producer thought even came to my mind. But post the film, after we wrapped the film, usually as an actor you move on to your next film and then you're cut off and then you just join in when the film is releasing. I couldn't cut off. And I consider myself above anything. I don't understand the numbers, but I will always be a creative producer. So I was only involved in the creative part of it, and Jasmeet was really lovely, extremely welcoming with my overbearing opinions at times, but we had such a lovely time doing this together, and it's made me learn so much about the movies, and I always had so much respect for every department and everything that goes into making the movie, but I think it's gone even more now because I've literally been there behind the scenes.
Yeah, and what you said about cutting the cord when it comes to, finishing a film and then coming back for promotions and attaching yourself again to a film, as opposed to this one, it'll always be yours, and which is, as a producer, it just means so much more. Shefali, Vijay, what was it like? When I see all of you together, powerhouse performers, I've said that in your introduction as well. There's nothing that you do which is not 1,000 on 100. And what was the process like? Was it a lot of rehearsals, or you would just go straight into the scene? What was the atmosphere on set like?
So we did a couple of readings, and Jasmeet had spent a lot of time in Baikala. I met somebody who was from there. She got me to meet this person. I just wanted to understand the lingo, and I just wanted to get a feel of it. And I think the similar process happened with Vijay. Of course, he'll tell you how it went with him. And, but I'm a spontaneous actor, and I think everyone here is. Also, you can't over-rehearse. That's what I believe. Yes, we would do our reading and we'd block, but then once the camera goes on, I think there's just something that happens.
It's magic.
It's magic, completely.
Especially when I see the trailer, it's magic. It's not always magic. When it comes to, sometimes you see something and you know that, okay, this isn't. But when the three of you are together, or we haven't mentioned even Roshan Matthew, who's not here today. He's busy, and I'm sure he would have loved to be here, but he's not. Very integral part of the film. But you know that there's magic being created.
Yes, and I have to tell you the atmosphere on set. I mean, there were days we could have wrapped around 2 hours earlier if we didn't laugh so much in between scenes. Because we keep cracking up and then like, Achabi, please, let's do the scene. It was like, just was indulging us like children and then she was like, please, let's like get on with it. But a complete blast.
No, it really sounds like it goes from intense to like, understanding the world to then having such a great time and overstaying on a set. Vijay, was it similar for you or were you like, no, this is Alia and this is Shefali and, I'm going to have a different process here?
No, not really. I mean, we, as Chef said, we really like to come a little prepared to the set. So we know what we're going to do. But we always leave some room for like something might happen. If there is a mistake that happens, and if it is something that we like, we want to keep that. And stuff like that happened a lot on this set. In fact, we did end up cracking up a lot more than we should. And little process was a little different for me. If you can see in the trailer, I have to meet a certain pan, a certain balan, a certain hand.
Vijay was tied up to the chair a lot, so a lot of the time the shot used to get over and we used to all get up and go and he's like, koi mujhe kholo yaar.
No, I really wanted to, but I mean, no spoilers here, so I don't want you to give me any answers you don't want to. But at some point when I saw the trailer, I was feeling bad for you, Vijay, because I was like, बहुत पिटाई हुई है ना?
Yeah, but I got paid for it, guys.
Actually में पिटाई नहीं हुई.
अभी मैं क्या बोलूँ? I mean, so fine, ठीक है, then it's a good answer. I was going to actually draw an analogy, but I won't. Monica, just from where I see it, and this is great, like between Red Chilies, Eternal Sunshine, there's Jasmeet, there's Vijay, Shefali, everybody here. And then to be able to have everyone come together and also encourage a very important and a new voice like Jasmeet. It's like, how did that happen? And you were like, okay, this is it. I want to do this.
Thanks, Neha. This is a great question because the answer is bursting out of me, literally. I think we are a film crazy country, and I really, sort of feel excited about the fact that on Netflix, globally, films in India are the most watched format of entertainment. So films, Indians watch more films on Netflix globally than any other country. We are always on the lookout for most amazing films. And I think Darlings came to us at a time when we had some really interesting cinema, like really coming on the service. Alia's been, if I may say that, this would be, I can confidently say that, her hat trick on the service after Gangubai and RRR.
Yay!
Yes, and the way those two films have gone global on Netflix because everyone in the far corners of the world, anyone with access to Netflix has, we've seen the way those films have done on the service and the way they've been spoken about. Much of it is on social media also. And when Darlings came and when Gaurav brought it to us, and it's always been a wonderful partnership with Red Chilies and with Gaurav and Venki and with Shah Rukh. And when we heard about the film from them, the fact that the script was so amazing and so powerful, like it just ticks all the emotions that you can have. It hits you in the right spot. It leaves you feeling. A lot of times films, you've had a journey and you liked it and you move on to the next film. I feel Darlings is that film which you'll enjoy a lot while you're watching and you'll carry it with you. Because of the performance of Alia, Shefali, Vijay, Roshan, who's not here today, but like what a cast, and all the other people in the cast, and the way Jasmeet has directed. I think she's such a special new voice. And as Netflix, we are always looking out for those new voices, and because that is how you can really take good stories and make them into great entertainment for people. So I think that journey is something which we've loved, and I mean, all of them sitting here, it's a matter of pride and honor to be collaborating with them on this film.
Absolutely, and you know, just to be able to, like you said, there's a fresh new voice. You have everybody, no one who's new to the streaming platform. Where there's Red Chillies, Alia, who's in for a hat trick, and I mean Shefali and Vijay.
Can I just add
the
Shefali?
great work. Yes, that was
Shefali
just a great
is,
work. That anything that I see, Shefali over there, Alia, Vijay, that goes into like my favorite list, and I'm like, okay, I'm gonna watch it
Yeah.
because she's in it, or he's in it, or she's in it.
Yeah.
Because there's also faith as a viewer that you have in all of them.
No, and Shefali, I mean, most of you would know, she's a very, very loved artist on the platform. She is Vartika from Delhi Crime. Vijay has done a brilliant season on Netflix in She. So, I mean, and of course, like I said, Alia, hat-trick.
Should we take?
I'm just going to ask my last question, and you're not going to take each other's name or say darlings or Netflix for that. One-word answers, please, before we open it up to the press. We'll start with you, Alia. What? Who's your darling?
Who's my darling?
Yeah.
I can't take anybody from the.
No chance.
Okay, so the media is my darling. All the paps, number one, and then everybody else.
I wanted to say that.
This Alia, na, I tell you. Okay, Shefali, will go with you.
She took my answer.
That was my answer.
I mean, this is what I mean. Like, they asked me to play a game, and I'm like, ये सब एक दूसरे को इधर-उधर करते रहेंगे, and they
हम
won't do
तीनों की
anything.
तरफ
Good thing we didn't play a game.
हम तीनों की तरफ से एक ही आंसर है.
हाँ,
Me, Chef and
perfect
Alia.
नहीं
answer.
क्यों मेरा खुद का आंसर है?
अरे
Media is my darlings.
देखो ऐसे नहीं है. Vijay, come on, somebody come up with another.
It's not feeling original now.
Yeah. And please, no repeat.
It was original in my
I have a
mind.
feeling Venki's got a great answer. Come on, Venki, come up with it. Who's your darling?
I think it's just me for bringing it to life, you know.
Oh, sweet. But ठीक है. वो disclaimer था पहले, but ठीक है.
Venki broke the rules.
Your turn. Your
You're
turn now.
allowed.
I'll take it beyond just me. I think the team which has put it together, we worked through 3 waves, a lot of Zoom calls, and to bring it to this stage, when we were prepping on Zoom calls, which was surprising, and I think a lot of narrations happen on Zoom. And
So Zoom?
The entire team which has got it together. The entire,
और charger.
the entire team, the entire team, the production team, the creative team, we had a lot of assistants who have given a lot of time and energy. We shot this film in bubble, so yeah, for them, I think they're the darlings for this one.
Trust a serious, powerful man to give an answer like that, but ठीक है. Monica.
अभी बहुत प्रेशर हो रहा है मुझे गौरव बोलने का, तो इसलिए मैं बोलूँगी गौरव, but also my team at Netflix who has worked with Red Chillies and Eternal Sunshine, I mean day and night, and really thanks to all of them for making the whole promotion thing such, you know, an action-packed and wonderful journey.
Jasmeet, we'll come to you.
The film and
Okay.
everybody who's part of it.
Vijay, have you answered?
Yeah, I think Mr. Shah Rukh Khan is my darling.
Oh, nice. Shefali, we'll go with you. Last but not the least.
Roshan, he's not here,
Okay.
so I can take his very smart. He is
Smart.
a
All right.
complete darling.
Okay, fine. All right, guys. So, I mean, that's me taking you through the trailer of Darlings, the wonderful cast, director, streaming platform, producers, many producers today. Let's have a huge round of applause for each and every one of them. And now we could open the house out for questions.